Let's talk about knee pads. Knee pads are an item that are not a must as far as wrestling is concerned. The reason knee pads came into favor, not so much because of bruised knees, but because of knee abrasions. When you're spending a lot of time on your knees on a wrestling mat, you tend to wear the skin off, and of course your knees get very, very sore. This is not something we walk around on all the time. We don't use our knees. And when you start using them in wrestling, you get to the point where you don't want to get down on them anymore. Probably entry-level wrestlers, more of them quit because they've got sore knees than for any other reason. And of course, it's a very inexpensive way to keep them from quitting. Buy them some decent knee pads. When knee pads first came out, all of them were surgical elastic with a patella pad. That's this type of knee pad right here. Surgical elastic on the back and a patella pad on the front. There's various kinds. There's big fat patella pads. There's skinny patella pads. There are knee pads that you can put on and to keep them from falling down. You can buckle them on the top. There are knee pads. Most of them nowadays are made so that they don't smell like they used to. They put in wick dry chemicals in them. Nike calls it a dry fit chemical. And there are various companies that make all these knee pads. If you buy the surgical elastic, for the most part, you get them in a pair. And we're talking maybe $10, $12, $14 a pair at the most. These went out of favor all of a sudden in the 70s when the neoprene knee pad came in. Now what a neoprene is of course it's a foam plastic that fits around your knee almost like a body glove. And when it gets around your knee, so to speak, and you start sweating, it won't come down. It's not a whole lot of protection, or it doesn't look like it, but keep this in mind, your knees won't get abrased, and if you don't have a bruise, you're not going to bruise them. It's going to be just enough to protection to keep them from being bruised. Of course, one of the problems with these neoprene knee pads is because your knees sweat like crazy, they also stink like crazy. So most of the companies now, again, are going to a chemical formula that keeps them from smelling quite as badly as they used to. They went from a sleeve, neoprene sleeve, to a neoprene sleeve with a patella pad, and that's this pad right here that fits right over the knee. And then all of a sudden they wanted them in different colors, so they make them reversible. They make them red on one side, blue on the other side. And of course this is very good also for freestyle because you either have a red uniform or a blue uniform. In terms of fabric on neoprene, there's the lycra fabric, which shines when the light hits it, and then there's the nylon fabric. Believe it or not, nylon is less expensive and lasts longer, but the lycra is the preferred fabric of choice by most wrestlers. The patella pads come in all shapes and sizes. I mean, look at, here's a patella pad that's shaped like this. Probably the best buy we've got in knee pads right now are these Brute equalizers. We bought probably 400 or 500 over the summer. Lycra fabric on them, which is the top of the line fabric, and then a patella pad that's very unique and different. When you get these babies on, they really feel comfortable and they give you a lot of protection. Here's a patella pad that's shaped like a heart. Here's a patella pad that's just shaped like a square. I mean, they're just all kinds of possibilities as far as patella pads go and as far as neoprene knee pads are concerned. We have the full gamut of knee pads selection at Suplee Products. You can buy anything you want. Lycra, nylon, whatever patella pad you want. We range in price anywhere from $6 a pair clear on up to $20 a pair. And if you want to extend yourself a little bit, or say you've got a bad knee, say you've got a knee that has a bad tendon on one side or the other, they also make what they call air braces, braced knee pads. Cliff Key makes an excellent one of these, and these things slip on your knee and keeps it from slipping side to side and so on and so forth. So there's definitely a place for knee pads, but bottom line is it's a choice that you get to make. It's not something an official is going to make you conform to or anything of that nature. Again, we search the country every summer, every year for knee pad buys, and we've got some terrific ones this year. Call our operators and they'll tell you what we've got on sale. You can buy a pair of knee pads for $5 if that's what you're after. Thank you.